Well, you're wondering.
I am wondering.
We have the answers.
Perfect.
Yes, because the draft has begun. Marana Enigma said banned Night Stalker as well, which, well, the Chen is still in that we are thinking is going to be highly contested. What's missing?
Void, Alchemist, Morphling.
Morph Shaker is not being the priority for these teams. We saw in some series ignored. Like everyone likes
Yeah.
to talk about this combo, and yes, it is, the mechanic is a little busted, but it's not some just first two pick Shaker Morphling and win the game kind of thing.
I think Nico Baby is a player who can play Morphling without a Shaker, though. I think the hero is good
Sure.
enough that he can get away with it.
But I don't think you want a first two Morphling.
Right, yeah,
though.
no,
To
probably
me, he's
not.
like he's kind of the kind of hero you want to maybe fourth pick or something.
I mean, if they first face him, it's probably going to be Gyro, which is
Yeah.
what we saw like more
Sure.
often than not.
Particularly a Gyro when it's flex because it can go mid. We've had,
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of Limp's 3 signature heroes. It's, I guess, his third most played hero this tournament, but he's also being played by Nico Baby as well.
By the way, for this one, Liquid won the coin toss and chose Radiant.
Okay.
Naga ban. So I think they knew there was going to be some good heroes left. Naga's looked really good this tournament. We've seen TNC with KP playing it. Well, they pick
Yeah,
as a flex
Gabby.
hero, KP and Gabby.
Yeah.
Vici Gaming have picked the hero. Really good against Void. Really good against some of these other meta carries as well. So and great synergy with some of the combos like the Naga Disruptor, of course,
Yeah.
that we've seen.
5 seconds remaining.
So if this was group stage, I would immediately be like, oh, Gyro counter. That's what they're going to pick for Nico Baby right away.
No.
Oh, are they doing? They're just doing the Shaker morph straight up.
Okay.
I mean, now you kind of
Oh
have
my
to
God.
pick the morph, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit of a, it could be a bit of a trap to pick the morph.
There
here.
is no way you're gonna let Morphling through. That is the scariest thing.
No,
You're
I
in elimination best of 3. You're gonna open up with getting morph gyroed.
Absolutely. You do. You don't sabotage your. I don't think you want to sabotage your own draft by just first doing morph. You can. It's not complete sabotage. You can draft around it, but
And you're playing against a Morphling, which means you
Yeah,
can always
yeah.
turn into
I-
into that guy,
Yeah.
Earthshaker.
Shaker.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I know like it is this combo that's going to get nerfed in the new patch, but it's not some insta free win thing. Like there are teams who just flat out
Well, it's
ignore
not
it.
an insta free win. It's
You have to
it's a
play.
20-minute free win.
Ah,
you have to
25.
You
It's got a
have
lot
to
of weaknesses.
25.
The combo's lost this tournament for one thing, by some good teams have played it and lost with it. So it gets run over. It has a really weak early game, and they're going to avoid AA. So they get the good synergy with these two heroes, preemptively have a soft counter to the Morphling in the AA. But I'm okay. I think picking Morphling would have been way worse for Liquid than what they picked here.
So then, my question is, why opt to ban the Night Stalker in first phase? Because
Because Night Stalker is more broken than Morphling.
you think so?
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
no, not Morphling, Morph Shaker. Because you only had to ban one of the two, the Shaker or the Morph.
But yeah, you said why ban Night Stalker. So
Right.
who do you not ban then? I guess like the Mirana or something?
No. So I'm saying, like, instead of banning Night Stalker, like, what do you think is more intimidating? Going up against a Night Stalker or going against Morph Shaker?
Night Stalker.
Okay. I would say the Morph Shaker is
Yeah.
more intimidating.
Well, the thing is, it's a Night Stalker +1 because that's like it's two heroes.
Yeah, so
it's
like
Night Stalker,
Naga
Night
Coddle.
Stalker Coddle or
Yeah.
Morphling Shaker. I think Night Stalker Coddle is a better opener.
Okay.
I think Morphling, if you get Morphling Shaker in like second phase like that, and you've already like locked in some heroes, you don't have good answers to it, then it can get really tricky. But they have the entire draft to respond at least now.
So then, Shiver,
Yeah.
what heroes did the Morph Shaker lose to?
Oh, my notes are not. Don't have a search bar. I use pen and paper.
Control F for me, if you don't mind,
Control
real
F
quick.
Morphling.
But but if you give me a second, because I only
Yeah,
wrote
no,
down
no.
drafts of not every team.
I'm
because
not in
some
any
teams
rush.
that are eliminated, they're
I'm
not
just
important
curious.
enough to have my draft written down.
I think Vici Gaming beat it one game. They like ran over it in 20 minutes before.
So fast push is what you're leaning
J Storm.
towards.
I think J Storm lost with it. Was it Vici J Storm that happened?
I can look it
J
up.
Storm lost with it, then I'm still not
J Storm did lose to it against
lose
IG.
to it or lost with it.
J Storm lost with it,
Okay.
and IG had a
Oh, they lost
Drow
IG.
TA Axe Lena Ogre.
So they ban out the axe. Drow TA. So yeah, fast push seems to be the answer then.
Yeah, you gotta
Well,
you gotta out time that Morphling Axe.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big thing is these heroes have a poor laning stage. often, yeah, like the Shaker, whether he's a support or a 3 position, he's just not a good hero in the early game in the lanes. So you can bully the fact they have a Shaker. You can bully the Morphling lane, get some Rubik, Abba or something.
Undying and Ogre are banned out. Oh no!
Oh
I
no, it's
wonder what
Jakiro.
Fata is going to play.
Gonna have to pick the Jakiro.
10 seconds remaining.
The Ogre, Undying are the heroes that can fight the Abaddon in lane, whereas Jakiro doesn't fight it as well.
Yeah, and I would like the Abaddon for Liquid quite a bit. I
So
think that's
I think they're at least picking something along those lines, some tanky melee hero that doesn't want to get decayed or punched by this Orb of Venom Ogre that Fata likes to go.
yeah.
So Jakiro is still good at dealing with those heroes, but not on the same level.
I feel like this is the kind of game that you save 33's hero for the end. Because depending on how difficult 33 is to deal with, that's going to determine how much time you can spend bullying Morph Shaker. Because you still got to worry about protecting your Void in the meanwhile.
I guess they're going to have the 2 picks in a row at the end, so...
Ooh.
That's, I want to say that's their 5 position, maybe. I don't know if we've seen this, but we've seen it from other teams, but we haven't seen it from Fata, of course.
Yeah.
There
There was a Blightstone Nature's Prophet from...
Right, TNC, I think.
Okay.
I think it was Tim's.
Was it not? Yeah, it was a 4 position H Prof at that time.
Oh, okay, but they laned it in the safe lane with a PA, I remember. But yeah, you're right, it was,
Yeah, yeah,
it was a
that-
4
We
position.
saw Tim's Nature's Prophet twice actually, and once it was when they had a Morph Shaker.
Ah.
Aha.
Did they win the game?
They did. TNC did not drop a game in the groups. They won versus eHome with the Morph Shaker, Nature's Prophet, and then a Puck and a Venomancer.
Yeah.
Ah,
Right.
yeah, the Veno.
What Nature's Prophet brings to the table is just incredibly strong laning. You just go to lane with your Treants, likely a Blightstone, you just right-click people.
10 seconds
You have that
remaining.
double TP where you can use your teleportation back to base and your TP scroll to lane to bring your carry more regen, which is incredibly powerful in the early game. So this hero just secures your lanes.
And fantastic at countering bounty runes. The faster you get this Morph online, if you manage to get the Aghanims before Morph hits level 15, you are on track to win the game extremely quickly.
What's Limp going to play now is perhaps the question. Lina, Death Prophet, his 2 most played, probably the 2 heroes to look at, but they're going to pick Lich first,
a
so
33 Nature's Prophet then?
or Shaker.
Or Shaker. So then 4 position, so Handskin Prophet maybe.
Lich Prophet, I mean, you have 2 range supports to just secure Morph's lane if that's what you really want. Shaker can kind of secure his own lane with the Fissure Block to a certain extent. If they want to do their Alliance style, which is just give 33 the bare minimum farm to play with, they can just try lane this Morphling. The Lina would have, I think, looked better than the Death Prophet, because you're not looking for that kind of timing where you can push towers, take Roshan. When your timing is
Yeah.
Morphling coming online, your mid just needs to be more of a playmaker, which is what
5
Lina would have
seconds
brought to the
remaining.
table. Not sure they actually want Death Prophet here, but we'll see.
Ban out OD Razor. Well, Razor would have been good.
I like saying with a stun that can make moves. I hear Fog saying Kunkka. I like that idea. He's a smart man. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, Kunkka would be very nice.
Doesn't have terrible mid matchups. They ban the OD. So
There it is.
Yeah.
Good call, Fog. He raises his hand.
and
in
they were ready.
acknowledgement of the
They
They
credit.
saw that Kunkka come. They're like, we got the lane counter ready. Kunkka's still a good hero. This is like one of the few pretty bad matchups for Kunkka. So
So yeah, Fata will be playing the Lich.
Yep.
Still don't know what 33 is doing. It's
new
a
hero for Fata.
new hero for Fata. Add a fourth one to the list.
So you have to predict Alliance to win this, Neil, since you.
Oh god, he's
you're,
playing a
you're
different
so
hero.
Set on, you're
He's-
so set on the Shaker Morph. Are you?
Oh, yeah.
I better be hearing Alliance.
I'm going.
Okay.
Well, so first I want to see what 33 is doing. I would
Oh, which hero? Yeah.
I would prefer 33. Man, I don't actually know which one I would prefer.
Maybe Nature's Prophet in lane can actually cause Void a lot of problems.
Yeah,
we
so
might see him on that.
I do prefer it on the Prophet because I also think Prophet is not going to be able to do a great job at bullying a Legion commander.
Well, and AA is a hero that's notoriously bad at laning against Nature's Prophet as well.
Yes,
That's when
exactly.
Nature's Prophet was getting picked a lot because
Yeah.
like these 5 positions like AA, CM who can't play against it, but Handskin picks it up.
Yeah, I would have preferred 33 on it. But I'm still going Alliance because they got Morph Shaker is the most broken combo in the game, guys.
Do they have enough answers for the Morph Shaker gods?
They have their own, OP heroes. So I actually like Liquid's draft a bit better.
Oh.
This is a test to see just how good Morph Shaker is. If it can't win this game, then clearly it needs some buffs. Ice Frog, you're listening. If
Calm
Morph
down
Shaker
there.
loses, it's not good enough. Give Enchant Totem some more bonus damage or something.
Ooh.
The other thing is that I don't know how
Fist bumps.
effective Ancient Apparition is going to be in this game. They've been first phasing it quite a bit, almost as a defense to a preemptive Alchemist.
Yeah.
And here it was kind of, yeah, it's still good against Morphling, but you don't really have anything that can like get global pickoffs with Ice Blast. It's pretty much just there in combat versus a Morphling, or maybe a duel. You get some setup with it.
Feels like Boxy needs to have a good game because he's their guy who's going to go around setting up
Yeah.
kills.
Where have I heard that before?
Every single Team Liquid game. And it worked the last
It did
series.
work.
It did. Otherwise, they would not be here. They're both already secured top 8, but one of these teams will remain in that. Another will be able to claim their space as a top 4, and hopefully for them, go all the way. But we're going to find out what's going to happen in the first game of this best of 3 series with LD and Fogged.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Space Jam 2, or maybe Space Jam 8 upon us. We've seen 7 Morphling picks this tournament. Fogged, he is 5-2.
Okay.
Clocking in around a 71% win rate. We'll see how it works out. I don't think we saw him at all like the last 4 or 5 days though. It was only in the group stage.
Since I've arrived,
And like
I've
the
not seen
early
it.
bracket.
Yeah, since I got here Sunday, I watched the group stages and I saw I saw a couple of them, but none since I've been here. So, yeah. Okay, and now let's look at this. So, do they have enough to deal with it? I think they do have some decent options, and they do have some good ways to pressure. I do like the way that they have like the Legion Commander. I think that was a cool response to at least put pressure onto it. And I think the Razor pick is like super good. I've seen Koikfa dominate on this hero quite a lot recently. Very good matchup for him versus that Kunkka too.
Yeah, so obviously Liquid have pretty strong late game in their own right. They have the Ice Blast to try and deal with the Morphling a bit.
Yeah.
But, he gets a BKB. You got the Smash Bros coming in here with the double dunks, the double fissures in the mid game. Could be scary, and it seemed like Alliance, after that Morph Shaker, they really wanted to, as you put it during the draft, like secure the lane. So they get the Nature's Prophet as their third pick. Obviously not going to offer as much in the mid to late game if he doesn't have a good start.
Yeah.
But should help them get some early farm.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you look at. I think this has been a thing that pros players do for a long time. Just like you see, like AA and Rubik, and you're like, dude, these are some squishy supports that don't
Give
do
him
anything.
the old right click.
Give him the Nature's Prophet because they don't. Sure, you can fade bolt the Treants and stuff like that to try to solve it, but you're gonna get pressured. They're definitely gonna be focusing. They're gonna just try to be pulling the attention away from the Morphling on the side of Alliance. That is, just try to put pressure onto the Void, make Liquid respond to you so that you can make your Morphling get Aghanims and win the game.
Yeah, he's got 5 armor. Rubik has 2. He's got 61 damage. Rubik has 54, and of course, Nature's Prophet also with the Treants and more HP.
Yep.
The AA, squishy little boy, only hitting for 49 damage without the Chilling Touch. So, that said, they are going to be tri-laning. So Void should probably have a decent lane of it, but it does free up that Morphling up top to have an easy time.
Yeah, they're still gonna. I mean, they're still gonna put pressure though, right? Because they're gonna be pulling the lane back constantly with the Shaker, and then just Nature's Prophet, the right clicks. I'm surprised this hero actually just like disappeared. I know a lot of teams just haven't really touched him at all, but he has gotten nerfed quite a lot. And I know like No Tail, he still really loves the hero. He always tweets about it and stuff like that. So.
Admiral Bulldog probably smiling somewhere right now if he's awake. If not, he'll have a nice little treat to go with his breakfast.
I'm wondering how much can they actually pressure this Morphling? Because Boxy, Legion Commander is one of the better ones to pressure. But there's a Lich. Lich is really good at securing the lane for yourself. So I'm wondering if they're going to maybe even move the lanes, not do a full tri-lane bottom. But yeah, we'll see how it plays out as we see Quad Treants. Mickey wants a rune.
Does have the point in time walk.
Oh, he actually just
will snag the rune.
Huh.
So ends up being 3 for 1.
And 33 reveals that he has Enchant Totem, not Fissure. Since he uses it right at the start there. So they're going to know he's just focusing on those last hits, not going to be trying to pull the lane back much. And
they are going to go to the 2-1-2.
Yep, they're going to swap it up. I think they kind of like have to. It's like, sure, you want to secure your Voids farm, but you cannot let Morphling just get a full free farm lane versus the Legion Commander. You have to do this.
So the trade-off, some pressure on Mickey. We'll see how him and Insania can handle this Nature's Prophet.
They're going to have trouble down here, I'd imagine at least.
They have no AoE with the Rubicon.
Yeah, and look at AA hitting those Treants. They take 0 damage. So it's going to be up to Mickey if he can just get those like straight up last hits, because Insania, I don't think he's going to be able to help too much unless a rotation comes from it.
Well, our mid lane, Koikfa on the Razor up against Limp on the Kunkka. We've seen this matchup a few times. Seems like one of Kunkka's roughest, if not the roughest matchup he has out of, the common mid picks.
I think the two favorite for me versus Kunkka is, one hero's kind of dead right now. One is the Monkey King. I know OG, especially like Thompson, love to play that one a lot versus the Kunkkas, even at TI, and Razor, yeah. These are two of the strongest to shut him down.
So Taiga already spamming out the Fade Bolts up top, keeping the pressure on Nico Baby, but with Morphling we've seen it's all about getting that level 3, and that's when you become very difficult to kill.
Yeah.
So he's playing pretty safe for now. Mid lane looking good though. 7 and 4 on the Razor, getting those denies.
I think two of Liquid's lanes should win on paper right now. The Legion Commander Rubik and then the Razors should win mid, but bottom I think, yeah, it should be hard. But Mickey's starting to get his farm up, and they have a lot of regen down bottom, which is great. They have 4 Tango Salve on Insania, 3 Tango Salve on Mickey too. So.
Already got the stick as well as Taiga's taking some heavy damage top. This could potentially be a kill. They've got another Frost Blast here.
He's got stick.
Fada playing with him, but Boxy comes in for the support.
Yeah, he had stick plus Fairy Fire. He's feeling a bit safe, and he's actually brought also 2 Salves top. So this is all about the regen war for
great
Liquid.
regen war of 2019.
And he's going for the kill, Fada.
It's Fada's turn to be in trouble. Taiga has that Mango, has a level 1 Fade Bolt. Is he going to commit for it? Not fully, but this leaves Nico Baby unprotected in the lane. Only 5 CS.
I swear I've seen more Fairy Fires than ever in the last like 2-3 months.
Just for that outplay potential.
Yeah, just like these supports just trying to go for that little play there, right? Just like, oh, they used a spell. Oh my god, I used this Fairy Fire and survived and got a switch, like turned around kill. Do see it happen quite a lot recently.
They TP out the Nature's Prophet. It'll be, I imagine, rejoining the lane. Maybe thinks about going on Taiga top. We'll see. Hasn't committed with the teleportation just yet.
Maybe he's waiting to pick up an item or two. Yeah, he's picking up 33's items before he heads back down.
So Taiga doing some stacking of his own potentially up here. Just playing with the creeps.
And Mickey is not getting pressured that much right now. They're doing a really good job bottom to control and make sure he gets that farm.
So if the lanes don't go well for Alliance, do you think they're in a lot of trouble here, or do you see them as a lineup that can easily recover in the mid game?
I wouldn't call it a lot of trouble. They're in trouble, but the one thing that you look at the lineup of Liquid is they don't really push towers at the fastest rate. So it's all about like if they can actually start to assert their dominance and use their gold lead to actually take over
kills,
the map. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the only damage they're really going to have to hit towers is the Razor right clicks.
Yeah, press the attack, I guess, like in buffing people up. Nico Baby.
Getting pressured here by Boxy. In comes the Lich, the Fate Bolt. Not enough damage to get the kill. Still only a level 2 Morphling, though. Fada will usher Taiga away. Shoot through another Salve. Lich still sitting on a decent amount of regen. And a Salve up on the Morphling. Of course, you have to press the attack here on the Legion Commander. He's got his own Salve Mango and stick Tango, so it's just all about regen in these lanes.
Yeah, cancels Nico Baby Salve a bit there.
Taiga could be in danger here. He's got the 5 stick charges. Boxy's coming in.
The press,
the attack, the quick turnaround. Fada, who's going to be our first blood, gets lifted back in. He engages. That's the +1 factor. Hadskin comes in. He secures it, gets off the Sprout just a second late. Fada barely able to hit him. And that will be a 1-for-1 trade.
Nice TP there from, I think he just was coming back up, right, from being down bottom.
Yeah, because it's only the level 1, so 50-second cooldown.
Yeah. Good timing there for Hanskin to come in there, but still, the lanes, it's 1K gold lead anyway for Liquid off of all this, just because of how these lanes are playing out. Mid is 29-9 to the 19-2, having an excellent time.
And bottom lane's even, the CS, despite having this Nature's Prophet.
He's just doing, the thing is the Void's just doing better than the Morphling, which is always, super important. As Mickey now.
He's going to go on Mickey here. Has the Enchant Totem. Mickey already used his Time Walk. It's down for a while. He does have stick charges. He's got a Quelling Blade. Need one more enchant. They get the kill.
He didn't use his stick charges there. He has to know the totem's coming. That was a little greedy there by Mickey to not pop him early on.
A lot to think about, wondering if that Sprout's going to come out and just hesitated too much.
Maybe he was thinking, I'm dead anyway, and I want to save the one charges. Not too sure.
I think he lives with them, though.
Yeah.
Because he also has a Salve. The Time Walk was cooling down soon, but... Well, back in the lane as the creeps are pushing in, so he'll catch up in CS here.
Yeah.
But that's a big kill.
Yep, big kill for them to get that start as... Who got the last hit, right? It was 33? Yeah, it was. So, always nice to get your Earthshaker some early on kills, as, levels for your Earthshaker means Morphling has a better time when he gets that Aghanims, and if you have Max Enchant Totem, he's super happy.
And the worst time for everyone else on Liquid.
Yes, absolutely. And especially also because their disables aren't the strongest on Liquid either, right? They only have like the Void, the Duel, and the Rubik. Rubik and Void are pretty good because they're quick to be able to catch that Morphling, but yeah, it could be a little bit hard for them to actually get on him and slow him down from just dunking and slam dunking everywhere when it does inevitably come online.
Nico Baby's still struggling a little bit in this top lane. Getting 11 denies on the Legion Commander. Gets another one under the tower. Boxy was not making life easy. Limp, meanwhile, getting bullied a bit away from his own neutrals.
Strong lanes. That's what we're talking about for
He's keeping
Liquid.
up in CS, but I think a fair amount of these are neutrals because his net worth is a full 1,000 down on the Razor.
Yep. This is great start for Liquid, and I don't think they should.
Gold lead. They're
shouldn't-
diving Fada up top. Press the attack. They've got a duel. They might just get a free kill here. Fada wasn't able to get up the Frost Shield. He's going to go down. Gives that early damage to Boxy, who's very, very tanky. 1,000 HP. Bo coming in, though, looking for the turnaround. They should get the Taiga trade, but it's a big commitment. Bringing in the Kunkka for that, the Nature's Prophet.
Yep, bottom. Razor, 33.
This is the bigger kill if they can claim it.
He's juking, driving, unable to get out.
Not juking good enough. So they get the off-lane Shaker kill, the trade, a Rubik, and of course, big pick off on the Lich with the dual damage early on.
I like that rotation from Koikfa, right? You see the Kunkka's not laning. You have two options. Either you stick and you try to push the tower, or you make a move yourself. So I do like that he decided to be a little bit more active as his Void was getting a little bit pressured, at least in the lane. I think Liquid should just keep staying up top. That's what I was trying to say before, is just keep throwing their bodies. Even if they do lose a hero or something, if they lose Taiga, who cares? Just keep putting bodies up there to put the pressure on this Morphling. Because, yeah, like you said, Nico Baby's getting slowed down heavily.
They are keeping the pressure up, and a Legion Commander ahead with the phase boots. He can just run in with right clicks, force you off the lane. Sure, you may not die, but you're not farming.
Yeah.
And Morphling, I'm obviously a great, hero killer and like mid-game comeback hero in that way, but this hero does not flash farm neutrals at this stage. Like, he needs some big items before he can really clear creeps quickly.
Yeah.
It's not a gyrocopter or TA with giant stacks in the jungle.
Yeah, there was a time where we saw a lot of the Morphlings doing like the you get the Morbid Mask, you get that life steal, and you go hit some Ancients at one agi, but he's a safe lane one, and he's gonna have to.
And you're against an AA, so I don't even know if that's in your early game kit.
Yeah,
maybe for your farm efficiency.
Maybe eventually, probably something like that, but maybe not this game either. And that's another thing.
They're gonna TP in. They're making a rotation bottom. It's gonna be 3 heroes coming in with Limp. They've got the X. They've got the boat. Mickey caught by the torrent. The damage. It's not enough just yet. He's got the stick charges. He's going to walk it off. The Sprout comes through just to try and block off the path of retreat. Not sure they get this kill, and there is a dive ongoing top as they're chasing out the Lich while this is happening. They need to get Mickey here. Another Enchant Totem. Chronos deployed. Mickey's going to make it out with the salve. He's gone, and meanwhile, there's a duel on Lich. There's a kill for Boxy, plus 20 damage. Nico Baby still being pressured all the while, and they get nothing.
Everything. I mean, it's really going super well for Liquid. Look at that. Like 3K gold lead plus. They get a rotation coming from the Kunkka. They don't set up the kill. Bottom. This is all victories.
And they're getting
here.
a tower mid.
Yeah.
Koikfa maybe not going to finish it yet, but that's a lot of damage. You mentioned they don't have great push, but if there's no one in lane, he can just right-click the tower.
Oh, and he actually just walks in and gets a D-ward just like that. That's all right. Some nice easy gold for Koikfa as he's walking in, maybe looking for some stacks and stuff like that, but just taking away, denying that farm from the Kunkka.
All right, so can this Nature's Prophet be the X factor? He is about to hit level 6 on Handskin.
That's pretty early.
They have the Wrath of Nature. They haven't done any damage to towers with him, though. Despite the leveled up Nature's Call. Just haven't seen any push opportunities. And honestly, Liquid, they've got great deep push. A lot of AoE, a lot of nukes.
Yep.
So they need hero kills to make these pushes happen.
Definitely, yeah. He's gonna. I mean, he'll get there eventually. Like right now, he was focused more on just like the laning, like when he was TPing and stuff like to like help the morph. But in time, he will start.
They're gonna defend mid. They do throw the frost armor on the tower, but Koikfa is relentless. Just keeps on whacking away, and he will claim it very early. No defense.
I cannot believe they actually did not send anybody mid for that. That is like the most important tower in the game right now for Alliance. Is now Koikfa can just continue walking into the enemy jungle, and Morphling's home is not very easy for him. Not safe at all.
Yes, to quote Winter, it might be in trouble at this rate.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Home in trouble.
Home in trouble. Oh, I miss Winter.
I miss Winter. I don't miss him constantly flaming me, but when he's being nice, I miss him.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Gorman.
Yes, Mr. Gorman.
So Nico Baby's got to retreat to the jungle here. Ice Blast comes through onto the shrine, just barely clipping him.
That's just obnoxious. Like
I
this
know.
is constantly happening now too.
And they've got this ward. I imagine Taiga maybe thinks about a new ward placement. Doesn't have one in his inventory right now.
Speaking of Taiga, also, we see some gold appearing above Taiga's head because Koikfa is farming massive stacks that were stacked by that Rubik. So getting a little bit of extra gold for that Rubik and Koikfa.
Thanks for the arcane boots.
Yeah.
Any moment now.
Koikfa's 110 last hits on this Razor right now. This is, everything's just working together here for Liquid.
And the thing is, even if Mickey was under farm, that's your damage in the Chronosphere. They are going to find an opening top, though. Rotation onto Boxy. Last hit going to Nico Baby, and it's a killing spree.
Oh, that's a lot of... Uh-oh. He's gotten a kill.
Oh, no. Let it begin.
No, it's a little
Let
too
it begin.
It is one of the...
Actually, there's your flash farming potential with the overwhelming odds.
And the press the attack, too.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good thing that he can turn into early on.
He's got one component of the eggs. You know, some money towards the second. He looks like he's skipping the Yasha early, which we often see.
Yeah, that's usually like your farming kind of mechanic item. So it looks like he just really wants to, get the Aghanim.
They're just feeling like, get this Ags and let's just frag. Bottom lane, 33. He's been caught out. They committed a chrono for this. Can they bring the Earthshaker down? They need a bash. No, not even. Just shatters. Nice kill by Liquid. That was the second Ice Blast. And it scores a kill as Handskin is rather boldly farming the enemy woods here. Picked up his Vlads.
He really wants to snipe a courier, it looks like, too. Look at that ward put up there. He's been here for over a minute now, just kind of chilling. They really hope that Mickey would get that last kill, though, because he's queued up the Midas, so he's trying to go for some bit of a greed build. As they do have a pretty good lineup if they can actually scale quite hard.
I think this works when your Razors had such a good start.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need the Void to be the big right-clicker in fights. And he should be able to get off Chronosphere in the mid-game, I would say. Though, at some point, you do have to worry about that chain stun from the Morph Shaker. Liquid are going to smoke, though. They send 3 to top, potentially backing up Boxy.
They want to get aggressive wards down. Right now, they don't really have much vision on the map at all. They only see that bottom side. Yeah, you see them drawing that circle there. Insania's like, yeah, we gotta start covering our bases. You know, Morphling's starting to get away with going to the jungle and farm up. As the second piece of that Aghanim is picked up now. So nice smoke.
We're gonna see some battles with this.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get this Ags rush with no Yasha just to like chill and farm. They want to get some kills.
Yeah, he's actually not gonna. I mean, he might have it so early on that it's like he's
it might
quite
catch
far away
them
from
off guard, you know.
Like the morph duration talent's also really important for him to have to be able to actually abuse that a lot. So he might have it before he even hits level 15 at this rate.
Could be awkward.
A little bit
We'll
for
see.
Alliance, yeah.
And they're losing towers at an alarming rate as Tier 1 top fell, Tier 2 top now being threatened. Koikfa just fearless with the with the Yules standing behind the enemy Tier 2.
Oh, bottom. Boxy, he's setting up.
Duel number 3, it's looking likely. Ice Blast coming in. Fissure interrupts, at least blocks the duel damage.
But he's dead.
But he's going to shatter. And meanwhile, in the jungle, they've found Mickey, pulling him in. Can the Lich make a big play? Not enough damage. Just walks it off.
He actually just ends up surviving again, and that's before he even has the level 10 talent. They're just trying to blow everything on him. What was that? Was that Boat and Chain Frost? It was. They used everything to try to bring him down, and they couldn't.
That's a concern.
Yeah.
It's still a level 1 boat. You know, Koikfa's level 13, and this Kunko with all his ganking is only 11. Level 2 boat, maybe that's a kill, but
They got looks like they got, what, the 1D ward, I believe? Yeah, they did get the 1D ward, but a sneaky ward was placed by Liquid up on that little clip there that you can, you cut the tree.
Juicy little sliver of
Yeah.
vision into the dire jungle.
It's a tough one to D-ward, too, because if you actually don't have vision of the high ground there, you can't actually do anything. You have to get vision in order to see that the tree was cut down. Otherwise, you can't actually cut it. It's a really weird kind of mechanic that works for supports.
Yeah, and they don't have... I guess they could TP on the hill, potentially, but... Yeah. Here comes the initiation. 33, catching out Boxy, but who's caught whom? He gets the bounty rune. He gets out safely, and it will be another triple bounty rune grab for Liquid. Up 6K gold.
Yeah.
With a Void, building a Midas, with an AA to deal with the Morphling later on. If you were going to write a script to counter Morph Shaker, this would be the start.
Yeah, and it's looking good because they've taken They've taken 2 towers. They want to. I think they do want to start moving forward and trying to get another tower down here because that's
Boxy
really important.
moving
to close
on
the
to
map.
Limp. They get Koikfa in position. The Lich there to protect him. Throws out the defensive boat.
He's aight.
Will disengage.
Pop the drum charge and everything to get out of there.
Yeah. Has to respect that early dual damage on the Legion Commander. As Taiga's going to find Hanskin. Sprouts him up. Quick lift. Drop him back. And reinforcements arriving. They're going to commit the chrono for this. Ice Blast is on cooldown, but they don't need it. Hanskin will go down. Last hit to Taiga. Already Aether Lens complete.
With the pace of the game that's going, right? Mick is like, whatever, I'm just chronoing whoever I see in front of me. Like, a kill's a kill. You know how defensive at the moment Alliance is playing. Alliance can't really make moves on the map. So, yeah, sure. Why not?
Is a Morphling Ags enough?
He's about to have it. Is he going for a solo Insania?
Don't think it's enough damage.
He was going. He wanted it, but yeah, it's not even close.
If nothing else, it's like, just limit his ability to farm safely.
Yep. But now they know Insania's down here.
And will he stick around?
They're hunting. They don't quite see him.
They don't scout him out. He will TP away, and Nico Baby keeps on farming. So that's the eggs.
Ags complete with levels are Shaker. He does have Max Enchant Totem, so that 1/4/4 build is available for Morphling to have a lot of fun with. And for us to all have fun with as we watch it.
We'll
if they
see.
can make it work, because Liquid they're doing everything right so far.
Taiga just harassing up here top, and they are making a move on bottom with Koikfa. Slowly lashing Hanskin. He's got the Yule Scepter, but oh, just gets the vision. And now
Another duel.
there's the duel and another win. 30 damage on Boxy.
And we see, of course, Boxy. He's doing the little hood trick. You lock your hood and disassemble it in the fight, so you get that pipe complete for the double barrier usage. Yeah, they're doing, like we're saying, they're doing everything right. They're moving from lane to lane, getting these pickoffs, and they keep continuing this gold lead without losing much of anything. Koikfa, Yules, and BKB done pre-20 minutes.
Oh, the ping came out right away from Taiga, so they have seen this Ags rush, and they're aware it's online.
Yep.
And now the back towards the Manta. Alliance not like in any rush to make a move here, it seems.
From what we've seen in the past, why would they be, right?
Is it that game, though? I mean, they have so much lockdown for this guy. Chrono, the Legion duel, Rubik with an early Aether Lens, now building towards a Blink. And you've got the Ice Blast, so he can't just rely on healing up in fights. It's not a free Morphling game.
No, definitely not. There are some. They do have some cooldowns, though, right? The Chrono and Legion duel are pretty long. Besides that, it's just the Rubik lift to catch him, so it can be a little bit difficult if they don't have the good positioning for it. But yeah, that Aether Lens is definitely going to help. And if he gets a Blink Dagger at a good timing, those instant disables are always amazing.
He's farming some neutrals here as Liquid look to descend on the mid lane. They just saw Nico Baby.
Look how defensive Alliance is playing. They're just like, all right, everybody kind of stick together. Be very careful. Liquid's really strong right now.
There's already a BKB up on Koikfa. He is 3K up on the Morphling.
He's had a flawless game so far. I mean, over 10 last hits a minute.
Really reminds you of like the old Fada Razor, where he's just somehow like keeping up in farm while constantly pressuring.
I think this is one of Koikfa's like new best heroes. I know people always used to talk about him as like the lone druid tinker kind of guy and everything like that, but he's really expanded his hero pool a lot recently, and I mean his Razor has been dominant in most of the games.
Especially when you get to last pick it and you know the matchup.
Yeah.
That always feels good.
And they snap picked it. They knew this. They knew the Kunkka was coming. So
Pipe now complete. All the tools for some additional pressure coming online.
Blink Dagger too for the Legion. So more ways to catch that Morphling if he's not expecting it, as we do have the smoke now coming out. Nico Baby, he's turned into the Earthshaker.
Oh, the scan caught it though. They know.
Oop.
And he hop pops out of there. Fissure off the mark here. Taiga's like, I would love to snag that. Can't get in range though. They do get a solitary D ward out of it.
Yep, and we see that Morphling, the cooldown, how long it really is early on. Of course. It's level 18 when it really gets super insane because it's always up with that morph duration, but yeah. It's pretty crazy that it goes from 100 to 40 seconds at 18. That's one thing I actually didn't notice, how low it is at your max level, 40 seconds.
Here comes a duel at the Bounty Rune, and another duel win for Boxy. 48 damage. Almost to a free Sacred Relic here.
He's having a very good game. I mean, everybody on Liquid so far is having a super solid game. Now they're invading, taking some farm away too.
10K gold lead.
quiet game, though. Only 9-4, but Liquid's doing it just right. Everything is going perfect.
Looking to show the new alliance that old alliance still kings of the sand pit.
I thought we would be having a lot of trouble with this one, just calling them the wrong names over all the time, but so far so good.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really any grudges between the players. It's
No.
more just, you know, some fans thinking that Alliance did load a dirty. Or I guess Liquid now. But here comes the fight as Fada gets off the Sinister Gaze, delays the inevitable, blows the Chain Frost. That's on cooldown for 100 seconds, and Liquid are going to push.
He has 262 damage, too, so he can just take down this tower pretty quickly.
Oh my god, look at the damage, like you said.
Mickey.
Tower melting. They are going to catch out Mickey. They get a fissure. Can they find a quick kill here? The secondary fissure does not hit Mickey, though. And Nico Baby, respectful and hesitant. Not jumping in. This is not how we're used to seeing Alliance play around Nico Baby. Like, he's normally a very aggressive carry in the mid game.
I think they're giving respect to how well Liquid did in this laning phase. Like, they are absolutely aware of what's been going on.
Mickey, he's found Handskin. He's got Chrono. And
Nice Sprout.
Ice Blast is coming in, but not going to come.
I think you have to give the kind of respect to Liquid when you see how the way things are playing out. Sure, 10-4 kills don't always mean anything, but you get a feel of a game when you're pressured this hard in all of your lanes and you're not actually pressuring the Void in the bottom lane. So, yeah, this is...
So 33 is not going for an Eggs of his own. He's got a Yule's queued up, a potential Shadow Blade or Silver Edge later on.
Oh, so we won't
Kind
be
of a
seeing
utility shaker.
won't be seeing them slam together as we love seeing, both of them jumping in on each other. But
It's just not the same, man.
no.
We want full Harlem Globetrotters here, you know?
Nice. He doesn't even have it like queued up like way later on. He's got Yule's, Force Staff, Shadow
Like,
Blade.
I will
like,
get all other items before I get this Eggs.
Yeah, but interesting to see that.
Any sense of timing here for Liquid? Like, is there a point where they want to try and take high ground, or are you totally content to just sit back, got your GPM talent on the AA, your head and net worth, Void with the Midas, and just chill and farm?
I think you're pretty content. It's like, yeah, Morphling Shaker, it's this extremely strong combo, but Void is also an insane hero, especially in the later stages of the game. This hero just wins majority of games if it goes late, just because of the nature of Chronosphere. And they don't really have saves either. If he does get, like, if they just get a good Chrono, someone's dead.
Another duel, and likely another kill. No, Fissure comes in. Going to interrupt that. Hanskin turns around with the defensive Sprout, and will make it out. Ice Blast just a bit late.
I think he would have been okay anyway. He has the hood plus the pipe that he was teleporting to pick up.
Did now disassemble and complete the pipe.
Yeah. And also, they have the Midas Void too, which, like, all these little things do start to play together that they can just scale infinitely on that Liquid lineup. But it's all just what is the potential. This is where, like you said, this is the time to test. Can the Morphling or Shaker do it? Especially with this type of advantage the Liquid is. And the way they're playing super
I
disciplined.
mean, if they win this game, then I think the arguments, like you see it first two picked, you've got a full draft to counter, you've crushed the lanes, barring Liquid just throwing. You know, if they play their best and they still lose, then you gotta think the Nerf hammer is coming.
Yeah.
The Frog is watching.
Nico Baby now does have that 15 talent. He's sitting around the Earth Shaker quite a bit. Helps a little bit with that cooldown. Good for that mobility. And it continues to just be Alliance kind of playing the huddle. They're all playing pretty much within like a couple seconds of each other to make sure that they don't get pressured by Liquid's movements.
And Liquid are just continuing to push the gold advantage.
farming.
It's not staying static here.
Yeah.
Now up to almost 15K gold lead.
10K experience lead as well. It's just continuing to go up at the same rate.
Nice steal here for Taiga with the level 4 Torrent. Combine that with the telekinesis and the longer duration.
Yeah, that's actually
That's some
very good
serious chain stun.
Probably I'd say like his second best steal he could get in this game, I think. I mean, like Boat and everything too, but Boat's super. I think like Fissure and Torn are the most likely you'll get as your best ones. Boat is, of course, amazing, but very tough to get sometimes.
The X could be nice if they don't need more damage.
Yeah.
But Fada will get a bounty rune here, and Taiga quick to come in. Throws out the stun. Follow-up duel is there.
Another
and
one.
More damage for Boxy. 66.
Literal infinite scaling.
That is a good point. They should just go for a 100-minute game. All right. Case closed. There is no point where Alliance can outscale Liquid now. This has to be one of the best Legion starts we've seen all tournament. He's 5-1-3. He's 5th in CS, which is very impressive considering how active he's been.
Yeah, I feel like the hero just kind of disappeared in the last few days, and I'm not really entirely sure why, because I think he's still super strong. Like, teams were all about picking this hero for like the last 2 months, and then now recently just like disappeared. This is a perfect display of why the hero is.
I think we've seen a little more of teams sacking the offlane and just like kind of leaving someone to their own devices.
That's true, actually.
The last couple days, but this is what can happen.
He's getting roasted with two heroes pretty much. Boxy's just playing outside, using press the attack, using his pipe.
There's no way for Alliance to go into this pit with like the Nature's Prophet Lich support duo. They just feel very outgunned in team fights.
Yeah.
Like they need these chaotic, snowbally morph engagements, and tough to get those started when Liquid are so far ahead. You're probably not catching the Rubik unless he blunders. He's got a blink up now.
Rubik with a blink. That's a
and an Aether
Lance, and he's got 2,000 gold. This is the dream for them to just be able to catch the Morphling too.
Good luck protecting your Fissure at this point.
Yeah. I think he might actually just have to go for BKB on Nico.
He wants to set up. He's going to jump on Hanskin down bottom. Gets the lift off into the Torrent. Ice Blast coming in. Reinforcement in the form of Boxy was in the neighborhood, but just a bit too far away. He's not going to try to follow that up.
Bit too scary as they don't really see anything on the map.
Here come the TPs though. They see tier 1 bottom. They do not want to leave these outer towers up any longer.
Just Koifa's farm is insane. He has Satanic as well now, just chilling on a Satanic at 27 minutes with 2 other items.
Where it gets hard for Morph Shakers if they can't chain burst the carry.
And that's
right?
exactly.
He's got BKB, Yules, and Satanic. So many interruptions.
And there's a press the attack behind him with a pipe, so they have so many different forms to kind of protect this very tanky Razor.
I love this build from Koifa, and it's like the least optimal morph situation.
Yeah.
He gets his BKB, but again, there is still a Chronosphere. There is still a duel, and they're going to make a go here. Committed jump onto the Lich. They're going to try to find Limp as well. Huge takedowns, and now 84 damage on Boxy.
I mean,
systematic from Liquid.
After such a long game, such a long time in this game where you're looking, you're like, Alliance is not making moves. I think as Liquid, you're like, all right, we can start just killing people over the map when we see them, because Alliance just doesn't want to fight us at all.
Mike feeling himself. All chat has that Aegis and shoves in the middle lane. They're going to see Hanskin farming bottom, and Taiga wants to punish this. TP coming in from the Legion Commander. They'll likely have an Ice Blast any moment. 3 seconds to go. He's going to hold on to the lift, get sprouted, 4 staff right out, and that should be a dead Nature's Prophet. Good lift, good Ice Blast. They'd love to wait for the duel here.
Oh!
Foxy a little. He's like, Taiga, please, can you just chill, bro?
Got the attack proc and just insta-killed him pretty much. Oh well.
He's getting a heart too. So who are you going on at this point for Liquid? I guess AA if you can find him.
Yeah, they're all going to be pretty tanky to get burst down by that chain stun combo. Oh, look at Liquid. They're just continue 18,000 gold lead.
Surely at some point Alliance is going to try a play, right?
That's what I would imagine as
well.
But
I just feel hopeless when I'm them. I look at all these Liquid heroes like, we don't have that much vision. There's no one to easily jump and pick off, so maybe we just have to wait for Liquid to get cocky.
The thing is, they don't really have playmaking supports on Alliance, right? Like,
right. They have that Lich NP.
Lich NP, so it's up to the cores that just have to kind of try to make that move, but they're trying to make sure that they get their farm still. Like Limp, he wants this Halberd. Nico Baby, of course, wants to get as much farm as possible. It's really up to 33 to try to look for these moves, but it's tough. Level 18 now on Morphling. This might be where they start going, right? He's going to always be in Earthshaker form now with that Morph duration plus his level 18 skill point.
All right. They're moving in, grouping up. But grouping up against Liquid, that team fight combo is fearsome.
Yeah, and they've got about 1 minute and 20 seconds left until that Aegis is gone on Mickey.
Fada's going to be the man in front, as he often is, trying to set something up here. But Liquid sweeping him from behind, going to walk right into Hanskin. Triance scouting him out. He'll farm those up, thank you very much. And the scan hits Paydirt. Finds these Alliance heroes retreating frantically. Smoke coming through as they try to get back in the trees, but they're going to run right into Koifa. Quick hop away from Nico Baby. He just wants to get out, and they're going to sacrifice Fada. Another kill for Liquid. The chase Not going to find anything else. Alliance are gone. They'll try to grab bounty runes, but
And
look at Liquid.
Look at Liquid immediately with the TPs.
They want to fight. They are not giving away free bounty runes. Alliance
Onskin.
actually not even going for this one bottom, but they are giving away free Nature's Prophet here. Koikfa locks him down. Here comes the Void. Here comes the duel. I'll take that damage, and we are now into 3-digit territory. 102 plus damage.
They're playing. I mean, they're playing the map so well. The way they just move, they take the fight top immediately.
Mid lane,
pop out of
Echo
mid.
Slam. They get Taiga here. Quick assassination. They had to play it perfectly for even that. But that's a dominating streak. That's a big kill. And the rest of them should get out safely.
They're just a little bit hesitant because of that Aegis. It is going to be ticking down. That's why we saw them kind of just ditch the fight immediately because they're playing into an Aegis in that area. And now they're back up in farm. There's no Echo Slam available.
Yeah, you
Probably
know
tough
that's
to fight
on
without
cooldown
that.
as Liquid. You're pushing.
Yeah.
Koikfa will take this tower. He is just, he actually doesn't even have backup, but does not care.
I mean, he's so strong.
He's a thick boy.
He really is.
Butterfly coming soon. Man, that's a great solution to this Morph Shaker right click, I suppose.
However, the problem is that when you are Enchant Totem, you have True Strike.
That is true.
So he will actually be able to hit him, but
But it's probably not enough to finish him. So like those extra right clicks afterwards, likely able to BKB Satanic.
yeah. I mean, he should have time. He's still very tanky. He didn't take the Armor Talon, which is a little surprising for me. But maybe just because I've seen when you're like really far ahead on Razors, people do take the they take the Eye of the Storm thing. It's just a lot of damage. As a heart is now finished also on Boxy. Oh my God. There's a lot of very tanky heroes.
They are big.
Yeah.
They are strong. Could they possibly lose a fight? That is the question.
Just don't get split up. Don't do some tag team stuff. Don't run around as two. That's where you start getting comboed by them.
No clowny circus shenanigans.
Nope, just still be careful. You have an 18k gold lead, but we've seen the potential.
That is where the Nature's Prophet could maybe come in. He's building towards a Hex.
He's got a, I mean, he's farming pretty well.
Pretty far along, and the nature of that hero is to spread your team out.
Yeah.
So perhaps Hanskin can be the X factor, even if he can't contribute that much in team fights.
There's the next talent, the cooldown reduction on top
Ooh,
of the mana cost reduction
spooky,
and everything.
spooky.
Yep. Very spooky times ahead.
Liquid aren't spooked. They're grouping up. They're thinking about a high ground siege here, despite not having the Aegis.
Full butterflies being delivered for Koikfa.
All right. Just use the Eye of the Storm.
Double fissures.
Double
the jump
fissure,
forwards.
initiation onto Mickey. They get a follow-up fissure, but the Morphline's also been stunned. Now the duel comes through on the back line, locking down 33 on the Earthshaker. Morphline's got to get out. They're all going to look to retreat. Chain Frost committed. BKB for Mickey was used, but he's still got the Chrono. Oh, this is where it could get a little dicey with that X, but do you really want to go on a Heart Pipe Legion? I think not.
That looked like it could have been a start of a big fight there. Liquid able to disengage.
Good discipline by Liquid not blowing spells when they didn't have like an easy team fight.
Yeah, I mean, Nico Baby, he wants to try to catch them on the retreat here.
He knows that BKB is on cooldown. He saw the Void head to bottom. But there's that Radiant Observer ward. They have it up again. Scouts a lot of these movements.
Yeah, they haven't de-warded any of the times it's been up there yet. See if Ada does. He actually doesn't have a sentry right now. It's going to be coming. He might finally check that spot soon.
Hanskin Hex coming soon.
Hey, he's just, like you said, he's just trying his best to spread them out. Keep spamming his ulti every time.
Oh,
Boxy.
that's going to delay it, though. Ice Blast duel and another kill. Boxy at 128 damage. Additional.
And Insania, of course, taking the last hit. Not intentionally that time, though.
Did you see a Halberd pickup on the Kunkka to try and deal with this Razor in some of these upcoming fights?
I think this is like Limp's hero that he always builds the same items, I think. Every game I see him play, he goes drums, BKB into Halberd. I think that's just the build that he's really comfortable with, that he likes to play, and it synergizes really well with Kunkka. I mean, Halberd is really good on
Radiant
strength.
scans. Again, they're going to find someone, and it's Limp. Caught out. Smoke into an instant initiation with Koikfa just right-clicking the Yule Scepter, dodging the boat, tries to TP out. Going to be able to make it out, too.
Ooh,
Dire
almost got
Scan connects as well. Do you see Insania roaming around here? He's got backup in tow. Observer Ward planted. It's only Fada, though, and they are shoving in the bottom lanes. Before that kill, I was going to say, Alliance is actually getting out in the map, you know, spreading it pretty nicely here. They did get a lot of push going on bottom. They're actually coming to try and help him. Nico Baby's here. Liquid are a little spread thin. Can we see an opening? 2-hero fissure with the Echo. Follow-up damage coming through. Boxy's being controlled. Hanskin's arriving to the fight. Can they get this Legion or this Razor? That would be huge. BKB hops away, says no way. I am out. So just an Ancient Apparition who bought back.
They got the Merfoling's actual morph ended, so he wasn't able to just constantly jump around, and they got the full link off. Even though it was a good Echo Slam, they didn't have all the perfect type of follow-up to actually just chain stun them down.
It's like we talked about with
Boxy's tanky.
Koikfa also is having so many ways to like reset the fight if he needs to.
Yeah. They build tank, right? That's all they were thinking about. It's just like, if we can survive these stun locks, then we can actually react and be able to do something.
But if they had the Hex on Hanskin, that's probably at least one more kill.
Yeah.
Which he's close to now, but here comes the push. Liquid looking to break the base. Mickey, Nero Satanic hasn't bought it yet, though.
They know there's no Echo Slam. It's 21 seconds also until the Earthshaker comes up. They're trying to take advantage of this.
They can probably get a tower into a shrine here if they want to slow roll it. They've got an Arcane Rune on Koikfa, so they could pressure for more. That Frost Armor proving a nuisance. Limp. Not going to try to reel anyone back in.
There's a big creep wave up top. I'm
But
sure that someone wants to farm.
I'm feeling the Nature's Prophet this game now. That top lane all the way at the tower, like you said. Hanskin pushing out bottom. Admiral Bulldog's legacy living on here for Alliance a little bit.
From the 4 position.
Yes, that is true.
Only level 14, where Bulldog's probably like, how's he only 14? I'd be 21.
What a trash can. Who is this imposter?
But he's got a Hex, so this is where they now have easier catch to set up for that Void rather than having to depend so much.
Instant smoke with the Hex.
Yep.
Koikfa would be huge. But the tier 1's still up. This is such a risky go. They're going to start it off with the Torrent. They follow up with the Fissure. I just don't think you can commit onto him when you don't see anyone behind him. Like, you have no vision.
And not, like you said, not that close to a tower,
That ward is still there, Giannis. I
It's-
think it saw some of these Alliance heroes, and they're going to move forward. They lead with Koikfa. They get off the duel, and the Lich instantly deleting him from the fight. And just like that, it's a power play. And now hunting for more. Nico Baby hopping away. But the decisiveness of Liquid, they're just so confident with these wards. Is 33, gets a great echo, but where's the follow-up? BKB from Boyd instantly beats him down.
Did he echo then blink?
I
think he still clipped him in. Okay,
I
it
think
looked
he
a little
blink
weird.
echoed.
Okay, it looked a little weird at first on my screen. I was like, wait, what?
But Rubik, oh no, he didn't steal either. I thought he was going to steal something there, but he still has level 4 turret, so.
But he doesn't have Echo Slam now anyway. Even when he comes back up, he's dead for 45, but they catch him again.
That was one of those ones where you just probably have to die, you know,
Yeah.
or try to blink away. Because they are reliant on the Echo. Like, Boat is not going to help you against all these cores with BKB and or survivability items.
I mean, we're seeing they need a whole lot in this game right now for the side of Alliance for them to do pretty much anything versus Liquid. As it's been Liquid the whole game, right? It was 10-4 at one point. Now it's 21-6. Alliance has literally only gotten 2 kills in the last like 20 minutes or something.
They have never led in this game, and they have never even felt like they're making a comeback.
Yeah, that doesn't really feel like they're even able to make any plays either on the map, right? Like we see them try like once or twice when they have Echo Slam up, but Liquid's map reads have been absolutely perfect this game. From the warding to them just understanding the movements has been absolutely on point. I've been seeing Insania drawing circles everywhere and always finding the right read. And like you said, the scans too, right? They've had, what, 4 successful scans, maybe more than that?
All of them leading to kills. Bottom lane, Insania is caught out here. Here comes Hanskin. They're going to commit a lot to try to bring down this ancient apparition, but the trap is sprung. Hanskin gets turned on with the duel. That's another duel win. 206 stolen damage on this guy. Mamma mia.
Yeah, that's a pretty big.
They're starting to
tri-core.
feel it, you know. It's like we're not doing anything. They're just all farming. They're getting farther ahead. We have to do something. Even if you get that kill, I mean, who cares, really? It's a 5-position Ancient Apparition. I don't want to say Alliance are desperate, but they're getting close.
They've gone what, like I said, like 2 kills in like 15+ minutes or something like that. You definitely are feeling the desperation. You're playing you're all in on a 4 protect 1 with your Morphling, and you're playing versus a tri-core that's farming incredibly well. So it's definitely, yeah, tough times.
This is like a core Rubik. I mean, Tycho's got an Ags up. He's level 20 already.
Pretty much, yeah.
And you mentioned there's a lot of good spells to steal this game, so.
Now you can just do it at a much higher frequency.
fearsome Rubik plays could be on the horizon as Hanskin tries to push the lanes out. But Mickey's got a DD, and he's got some time left on this one.
Oh, surprising to see that Hanskin actually took the armor talent instead of the Treant summon. I know they feed extra gold and all that, but he's literally just playing the rat game the whole time, so I thought he'd take more Treants. But it's just a little nitpick.
Maybe didn't expect it to get this ugly. Fissure comes through.
Secondary.
Fissure number 2 comes through.
Oh, did he steal? Oh, he actually got the
Installed a
Fissure.
Oh, no.
With an Aether Lens, too, so if you can see
With
that
the
cast
Arcane
range.
Supremacy.
Woo.
That is scary. And they just take a free lane of Rax.
Yeah,
Melee down, no sign of a contest. Look at the positioning from Liquid.
just look at the position, look at the itemization too, right? Mickey also has a Satanic. You were talking about who do you burst down. It's just becoming harder and harder.
Their cores have an average of like 3,000 HP and 15 armor with BKB and regen.
And multiple different saves, right? They have the press the attack. And
an Aegis.
Yeah, and an Aegis, so.
And Time Walk, by the way, which is a pretty nice spell. But they're going to try to make their move anyway. The Stolen Fissure, great interruption on 33. They lift him up, they drop him down, they get the duel, and they should be getting the kill as the Chrono comes through. Mickey got stunned during this. Who will he find? Fada. Oh, the Hex, just not enough. They're able to keep him alive with the press the attack, and the double Fissure comes through, and Mickey doesn't care. He doesn't give two hoots. He jumps right past them. Did the buyback on the Shaker. He commits forward with an Enchant Totem. There's nothing to follow this up. Who do you go on? They're all still healthy. They've all still got most of their big cooldowns. And Liquid, they're showing all three cores in front. They're not even keeping the Legion behind anybody. That Fissure from the side. Nico Baby trying to find a quick way into this fight. They'll start with one Enchant Totem. They don't get the follow-up. That's an instant disengage. Press to remove these annoying single target debuffs. Hex, not going to amount to much. They try to sprout to defend the buildings.
The back door is back up, but they look like they should have enough damage to break through it. The disarm coming in.
Legion needs to get involved or throw to press the attack. No, they got it, and now they're jumping in for more. Mickey's going in. They want Nico Baby. He's got a Manta retreat. Goes on the backlines, wants to kill off Taiga. Huge commitment forward. Gets him with the help of the Nature's Prophet ult. The gem hits the deck. Is this the opening? The Fissure blocking off Insania. They're going to find him as well. That's two supports down. Now, can you kill the cores? BKB, TP away. That's one gone. The other two have safely walked it off. So they get 2 lanes of Rax. Well, 1 range standing. And all they lose are supports. Age is still online. Buyback still available.
Which kind
Very
of
clean from Liquid.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense from what we've talked about with like what they itemized on their cores, right? You look at the way they are. They're so tanking that front line. Looks like Nico Baby's like, I don't want to deal with them anymore. I'm just cutting through to the back, which Morphin can do, since he can just jump around and waveform through a lot.
Oh, I don't think they saw this gem.
It's just chilling right there, right?
Yeah, unless they're going to send the courier, but
It
would
looks
be
like,
nice because they've had problems with Liquid's deep wards and also just lacking vision on their own side.
I mean, Liquid's on Secret Agent right now with their courier. They're going to get it. Yeah, the Lions had no idea it actually did drop down as they got that kill.
Yoink. But
Now-
they got a tier 1 mid.
Oh my god, is Hanskin going to get it by accident maybe? He did open the tree.
He's
up here.
around.
Oh, he's not gonna
he's
be able
cliff
to.
riding here.
That would be really funny, right? It's just like, oh, he got the gem now. Wait a minute, like.
Yeah, sending your courier and actually gave them the gem because they're probably not finding it in those trees.
Yeah.
But no such luck. By the way, Koikfa, 9,000 gold.
Yeah, they got a
So
lot from getting those
what are you
Rex.
buying here? Or what aren't you buying, I guess? What's a Hex?
I like Hex. Having those instant disables for the Morphling will always be super nice, as they, you know, they were a little limited on the way that they could actually try to lock him down a few of the times, but they haven't even had to.
Nico Baby he's been very judicious with his BKB use, but it's still down to 7 seconds now. And I think he's had this for what, like 20 minutes or something? It's been a
yeah,
while.
it's been quite a long time, because he cut back for it. He went the Yasha, and then he went back straight for that BKB as he felt it. And there we go. Yep, Hex is finished up. Koifa with his own type of lockdown.
Jesus.
And they have an Orchid as well on the Void. Just so many different solutions to try to set up for Nico Baby.
And if it's 4 Protect 1 and they're getting all the single target lockdown, boy, you would love to have some sort of save.
Yeah.
But what do they really have?
They have the
They
Rum.
have like Fissure and Rum.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And we've seen Fissure getting stolen now as Boxy leads the charge. It's Fada, as usual, so good at breaking up these ganks and just feeding away only a 5. They did scan and scout this. Meanwhile, at the top rune, Hanskin gets off the Hex on Koikfa. Tries to run away, but Mickey's TP'd in. They're going to bring in 4 or 5 heroes. The whole team is hunting Private Hanskin. Maybe just trying to secure bounty roads, and they're not going to find him. The wily Prophet gets away.
Looks like they thought a lot more people were coming. How many TPs were used, actually? You said
there was the
4?
whole team.
Everyone but
They already
Koikfa.
had Koikfa.
And look at bottom. Like, he knows that like he's going to be like, wait a minute. No one's addressing this right now. We
They
might even
haven't
see Hansen
seen
come.
all these heroes, though, I don't think.
No, I don't think they
Maybe
did.
saw 1 or 2.
Either way, he can get some type of push, and now Koikfa does have that TP. And he also has Boots of Travel Gold available if he does want to. And oh my god, lots of money.
Yeah, they have the money to get triple bots on their cores, so...
They're so rich. I mean, 34K.
You can't just rely on Rat.
Yeah. But it does force them to split up, though. That is the one thing. Sure, you're not going to get any buildings, maybe,
But maybe you smoke as they
Exactly.
TP out and, you know, find your little pick-off. But
you might get lucky.
you really want the Nature's Prophet there for those ganks because he's the Hex carrier. So it's still tough for Alliance.
Yeah.
35K gold lead, 46 minutes in. It has been as close to perfect as you can get in Dota, especially in this patch, especially against Morph Shaker.
Yeah. From start to finish, from start till now.
What's
Liquid
the
has done
Dota
excellent.
Plus evaluation on
It
this
was
one?
96 last I looked at it. Let's take a look at what it is now.
All right.
99.
It's flatlining at 99.9 or something. Oh, man.
With the way
Come
they've been
back for the
playing,
ages if Alliance take it.
absolutely. And, you know, I love these Liquid guys, but they were the ones at TI to drop many games, especially with Mega Creeps. I think they had, I believe, 2 games where they lost the Mega Creeps.
And Alliance
think
have been
something like that.
very good at executing. I would say that's been their biggest strength this tournament is just the way they play together in fights. But mid lane, Fada getting caught out here. TP away. Oh! If he just TPs right in front of the Void and gets out, then, you know, maybe there's a hope. He goes down. Has the buyback. Not all that relevant of a hero. The Frost Shield is kind of nice, but that's about all you are.
God, I'm not seeing a real way for this Morphling to carry this game by himself at all. They're just way too rich. They're acquiring way too many more big items, and
They've got their rat extermination strat
they've just
brewing.
they've got the full map control forever. So they just always are getting the Aegis, always getting the cheese. It's beautiful play by Liquid.
Aegis on Mickey.
And now he's got the Ags as well. So 60 seconds.
Oh, that's real nice.
Yeah.
That's some OS Frog stuff.
You know, he had it queued up, actually. He was like, I'm going to buy an Ags. And I think his team's like, yo, Roche is coming up, man.
It's about half the cooldown of the Echo.
Yeah. And he's got the talent, too. So it's a big one. And, oh, speaking of map control as well, they're pinging up top rune because when you have map control and you've got these double runes spawning, you're very likely to get a DD.
They have gotten some decent dire wards out during this time, but with that gem and the Aegis now, I imagine Liquid are just going to start clearing out the jungle.
I think they just push bottom and just go to claim that last Rex. I don't think you have anything to wait for here for Liquid.
There is a range top, so they'll have to get that too.
Yeah, they can just cut through.
If they're not throwing it. We'll see. Liquid are in pole position. Alliance know that. They are just chilling in the base for the most part. Only the Morph and the NP really heading out.
They have so much gold. I'm just going to pull up current gold instead for myself, actually, at this point.
Surprised there's even a shrine up at this point, but that's going down now, too.
Another 8,000 on Koikfa, 7,000 on Boxy, 6,000 on Mickey. Yeah.
These guys are like playing Monopoly, where they've had like Boardwalk and Park Place for a while. People just keep on landing on
Mm-hmm. And oh, look at this one. They might find some subjects here.
Maybe. Can they get the Taiga kill? No, not even. See you later, Hanskin. Good luck.
Oh, I like that 8 on disc pickup. The only way you can die is Taiga if you just get one-shotted by an Earthshake or by an Earthshake or Morphling combo, and no, it's not likely to happen.
2,400 health on the Rubik. He's not a quick kill.
God,
they're going to try to immediately pivot to bottom, but there's a ward here too. I don't know if they were seen when they smoked.
Not sure either. Is bottom the TP? They've got it.
Like no one's going to defend mid. They are going to make that jump forward. Taiga getting caught out by the Sinister Gaze, but the Hex coming through. He gets back towards safety. Koikfa's arrived. Can they even kill the stinking Rubik? They're going to commit the Chain Frost. Everything's thrown in for this, and now Boxy's joining the fight a bit late, but he's got the... Oh, he's already used the duel, actually. So, chasing onto Limp. TP, BKB. Oh, he gets bashed. That's going to be a dead Kunkka.
Ooh, Liquid actually got the Chronosphere on Nico Baby in the backlines, but Mickey was actually stuck in the trees for a second as the Void, so he had to jump out, and they couldn't actually get the kill. And it was really close to them getting Nico Baby, too.
They got their chaotic fight, but, I mean, Rubik takes like 20 seconds to kill.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, how are you going to win?
And their Morphlings just controlled the whole fight anyway in the back line, so he wasn't able to actually get in.
They've got a chrono in 15.
It's
You've got a very small window here to make your move, and there's an Aegis to fight your way through into the back lines. Here comes Nico Baby, gets off the 2-hero fissure, very nicely done. He blows up Koikfa. Huge plays there. Got the auto attack into an instant E-Blade shot. That's 90 seconds. No Razor. Time to run if you're Liquid, but the Yule setup. BKB is not available for some time, so they get one fissure, they get another fissure, they lock him down. Can they blow him up? They kill him once. Can they do it a second time? They've got a fresh double enchant totem. Timing is there. Sinister Gaze to set it up. The combo, the chrono, it blocks out the sun. He slaps through the Morphling, kills up one, onto the next. No buyback. It just does not matter. Mickey is too big to fail. Triple kill for the Void. The tips raining down. A 45k gold advantage at 51 minutes. Almost 1k a minute.
And beautiful disciplined Dota by Liquid. As even when these buybacks come out, they're backing up a little bit and giving some respect. They're still sitting on the high ground waiting for the rest of the team.
They didn't even buy back on the Razor. They're like, if Mickey dies, it's okay. And we've got 1.5 lanes. Lanes are pushing out. There's no Roche for them to steal. No need to take any risks here.
I was surprised he got burst down so quickly anyway from that Morphling.
He got the enchant totem hit and the E-Blade shotgun instantly. That was some fast fingers.
Yep.
But it's only one carry.
It is indeed, as Liquid, they have a lot more available for themselves. As, oh, Chronosphere's back up again. So they can look to just continue to push this forward and close the game out.
Mickey fearlessly rotating towards the top lane. That'll be Megas. And now Alliance play Defense of the Ancient, but
there's no
probably
Morphling.
not for long.
Yeah, they're just going to end it. No Morphling.
Just beat down the buildings. Boxy hitting for almost 500, actually closer to 600 a shot. The
boat is stolen.
comes in, they get the Hex out onto Mickey, but he just keeps on hitting the buildings. He doesn't care. BKB committed. Boxy with the press the attack. No, the Chrono does only catch Limp here. Not the best Chronosphere, but it might be enough. He's going to turn back for the Kunkka. This is buying time for the Morphling. Don't get cocky, Liquid. They've gotten the kill. NP buyback. Alliance can still fight this a little bit longer. Are they going to go for the base, or are they going to back away? Liquid, hesitate and retreat. Could have just gone straight for kills there. Ben probably ended it, or could have just gone all in for the throne, but decide little of both and then play it safe.
52,000 gold lead. Is it 100% winner yet? Does it actually? It's 99 still.
It's never 100%.
We
right?
had 100%.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, at TI we did, and then it ticked back toward the other favor, which was, you know, that's not the way 100%.
It's
works.
never 100. There is no such thing. It could be 99.9999999.
Fair enough. They rounded up a little bit. As we saw, Limp spent his gold there. He bought a refresher. I knew I saw an extra boat. I was like, wait, I saw multiple ghost ship fleets going out. Yeah, Limp does have the refresher on there, but it's just seeming like it doesn't matter.
Just a stolen fissure on this Rubik, though.
Yeah, he's causing so many problems. And everyone on Liquid really is causing too many problems for Alliance to deal with their single core morph.
They're going to have an Arcane Rune on Mickey.
And another rune.
Camping it out.
Another rune in 15 seconds, too. They're going to be doing like double, triple runes, maybe.
And as far as buybacks go, you've got 4 up on a Liquid, 0 up on Alliance. Morphling has the cooldown, but doesn't have the gold.
Ooh, they're actually not waiting for the 54-minute runes. Just okay, Koikfa is checking. It's a DD top.
Hey, I'll take
go.
that. Thank you very much.
Yep.
They'll just march down mid. Here
Mick
comes
is
the
in.
initiation. Mickey's there. Force out the BKB. Calmly backs away. They
Fish.
committed nothing. He's jumping in again. Nico Baby hopping back. Limp gets off the X. Gonna X him back in. Time walks the other direction. Then he hits the 2-hero Chrono. Straight onto the 2 most important heroes. He's gonna first kill off the Earthshaker. Not even gonna bother going for Nico Baby. Kill his friends, and the Morphling is helpless. He's not protected
There's
without the
no
4, and the GG is called. The game is won. Liquid shredding that Shaker morph.
That was one of the best games I think I've seen Liquid play to date, actually. It was just super clean. Maybe like they just felt super comfortable with their draft and just how well the lanes went because they picked these super strong lanes, but that was just clean. They weren't feeding kills like anywhere. Everybody was doing their job. They itemized excellent too. And they had, I mean, their map reads. Even without the wards, I see Insania like drawing exactly where the Morphling's farming and stuff. That was top tier.
Yeah. Clinical stuff from Liquid here, fighting for their tournament lives against their old squad. Well, can New Alliance bounce back? We'll go back to the panel to break it down and find out what's in store for us for game number 2.
Thank you, LD and Fog. Indeed, Beautiful Dota from Team Liquid. 1 game up for them in the series right now. The question was Morphling Shaker. How OP is this combination? Can you beat it if you prepare for it properly? And the answer is pretty straightforward. It is yes, gentlemen. You can beat it.
Beat it. It needs buffs, Neil. Buff it. Make it stronger.
There's
It is not broken yet.
preparation, but there's also execution. And I have not seen very many perfect games of Dota before. That was a perfect game from Liquid, I think.
First of all, there's no such thing.
There's no such thing.
Ooh.
That's
true.
why Dota's beautiful.
Right. So
There's
wait.
always some mistakes.
Yeah, you can't ever have
Yeah, yeah.
perfect 10, blah, blah,
Okay.
blah. Yeah.
That's like a solid 9.5 out of 10.
Right.
I would say it's very playing into Morph Shaker. Playing Dota suddenly feels really easy because your lanes are so easy. Like you don't get contested at all because you're versing this team that's just looking to sit back and farm this very late timing. Because the timing with Morph Shaker is level 15 Morph with Ags.
Okay.
I think it's one of the slowest strategies in the game.
Okay. I can agree with that.
That gave Liquid this ability to just kind of get into a rhythm, control the map. Like, 15 minutes in, they had like a full 5k gold lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And it was just felt like, well, they don't need to do anything. They just have to keep farming. They had control of top lane, mid lane. Bottom lane was getting pushed in constantly by Prophet, who they'd pick off again and again, and Roshan. And for the next 15 minutes, Alliance had like 1 kill.
Yeah, you make it seem that simple, but how do you maintain control of 2 lanes?
Yep.
How do you keep all 5 of your team within a stone's throw distance of each
yeah,
other the
that's-
entire time while maintaining to get pickoffs on a Prophet who's on the other side of the map the entire time? And they didn't really have any heroes that had a strong global presence. Did they even have a single pair of BOTs? Like, so Koikfa had BOTs, and that was the only hero, I think?
Look
yeah.
at the
Yeah.
difference in deaths.
Wow.
This is
Boxy. Whew.
so sad.
Ends the game with 30 kill involvement on Legion. Very
Oh, that is
impressive.
crazy.
Yeah. Boxy, and he had like 364 dual damage.
Yeah, that
Is amazing. And again, so not only the map control, the execution, the itemization. Liquid, this is the perfect itemization
The
against the Morph
Satanic
Shaker.
shield,
Yeah, the Satanics, the BKBs. The Legion Commander pick was also fantastic, having the availability for press the attack to make sure no one could get chain disabled. I think the closest Mike got was during that bottom bounty rune where he got sandwiched between 2 fissures, but Boxy was always there, just close enough that after the Aegis was reclaimed, Mike popped the Chrono, activated Satanic, and that was really the closest that Void ever really got to dying to the Morph Shaker.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, with different heroes,
Yeah, different heroes. All I'm saying is don't first 2 Shaker more.
I'm saying that you can still.
Maybe
Okay.
you ban out a Void, you ban out an AA. One
Yeah,
of the
so I
two.
think Void was the biggest issue. I don't really know what the idea for the Naga ban was. So we had mentioned this that backstage we were talking that the bans that one team does affects the other bans that the other team will
At
do.
least that one ban.
Right. And
Yeah.
so if they had banned out Void instead of the Naga, let's say, then it's possible that Liquid may have banned out the Shaker or the Morphling. But
True.
they didn't. They banned out the Naga. And then what was the final ban for Liquid?
Liquid banned out Mirana, Night Stalker, Chen.
The Chen. Oh, so they say the Chen for the last ban.
Yeah.
I must say though, you know, this is the draft they had.
Yep.
At the end of the draft, you were not really happy with who was playing the Shaker and who was playing the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that would have made a difference in this game?
Not as much. After seeing it happen, I think the Handskin and 33 the same thing would have happened. They would have been on the other side of the map. They would have fed a bunch of dual damage no matter
Mhm.
what. It may have taken a little bit longer for Alliance to finally like hem them into high ground. But my other issue was that 33 ended up going for like the Blink Dagger first. Morphling didn't even go
Yeah.
for the Yasha. He went for the Aghanim Scepter just straight up. So some of the itemization as well from Alliance had me questioning. Maybe they were also stressed out seeing the enemy team. They're like, we got to get this combo online
Yeah, it
as
seems
soon
like
as possible.
They were playing too desperate, and
Yeah.
33 is too used to playing this selfless utility
Exactly.
style when the Ags, I think, would have been better. Just
Mhm.
tank up. You aren't in a rush to come online. Morphling, you're also not in a rush. You get this Ag Scepter, he wasn't even level 12, I don't
No.
think. Didn't have level 2 ultimate, didn't have the level 15 talent. I think they did kind of hurt themselves and shoot themselves in the foot a bit with how they itemized. Ultimately, I think the draft was always going to be a little tough for them, but Liquid were very prepared for this.
They were.
Very. I mean, you saw it from the very last pick. Lin
Yep.
picked up the Kunkka, and then snap pick, Razor, Koikfa dominated this game.
Now this match did take almost an hour.
Yes. Which is why part of me the entire time was just like, any second now.
It was
Yeah.
disciplined Dota. I think the game was kind of, I remember I was in the room with Grant and we looked at each other like 15, 20 minutes and we're like, this game's kind of over, isn't it? And it was like, unless Liquid really misplayed it, it was going to be one of those games where a 5K lead turns into a 10K lead, turns into a 20K lead, and it's up to Alliance to make a play to stop that from happening, but they didn't have the heroes to do that with.
I guess you want to play it extra safe if you're Liquid as well. In that case, it's like there's no need to take chances considering this is elimination match.
Yep.
So yeah, if the game takes an hour, if the game takes an hour and a half, you'll go for the safe play as long as you're always in control. Boxy MVP, agreed?
I think his hero was MVP. I think having Legion Commander was critical. The Void was obviously a great pickup. I don't think the AA ended up being as much of an issue for the Morphling as much as I'm sure they may have hoped. Again, it may have been in defense for a potential Alchemist pick, but the Legion Commander being able to interrupt the constant crowd control of Fissure, Enchant was necessary.
Yeah, either him or Razor, I would say, with the MVP as far as individual play goes. I mean, you talk about it being a perfect game from Liquid, like, I feel like Rubik didn't actually do anything this game. I don't actually think it was
but I think
perfect game from them.
His presence made them so scared about initiating because
Yeah.
the Fissure, like, he stole Fissure at the very end, and that
Sure.
was causing so many issues.
He definitely had an impact, but it was more like he was in 12 kills.
Sure.
That I looked at that. He had less than 10k hero damage. I was just like, whoa, that was a quiet game, which is as a result of how Alliance are just hiding in their base. To be fair, like I'm not flaming him really. It was just like something I didn't like. You look back and it's like, well, he didn't need to do anything because his team were just farming the whole map.
Right. And he had like picking up the Aeon disc near the end.
Yeah.
Because he was the only they got 2 kills on Alliance in the span of like 17 minutes.
Yeah.
And one of them started with a Rubik. I don't know if the second one was the Rubik as well.
It was Rubik ended up with most deaths, like 5.
Yeah.
I think Rubik did die a couple times to Nico Baby once Nico Baby actually started being able to kill people.
Right. So I don't. It's okay if Rubik doesn't have a bad game. I'm fine with that.
I mean, it worked out. They won. So, and you're right. Basically, Alliance the whole game from the get-go, they were playing. Well, stop the bleeding, Dota.
Yeah.
Try to not
they
be-
seemed stressed as soon as the
Yes.
draft ended.
Yeah.
It's also worth pointing out, Morphling is not Nico Baby's comfort zone. It's not one of his heroes, really. Like,
Really?
he's played it before, but it's not like his go-to first pick. To me, like his heroes is the Void, of course, Drow this
Gyrocopter.
tournament, Gyro. What else? I would even say Alchemist more so than Morphling.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wants to play. I mean, he wants to play the hard carries, but I just wouldn't have said Morphling, I guess.
No, it was his first Morphling game of the tournament.
Yeah.
Even, and they've played a lot of games, like more than average, because of their 3-game series all the time. But yeah, not successful this time round. Now we did start series off saying that Alliance was going to be even strongly favored in the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we've seen this game, like, was this just one prepared strat that Liquid had? This this is something that they prepared and they just executed it properly and they won with it, and it will be an entire different game 2?
I mean, again, like I'll lean on the difference between preparation and execution. The draft was definitely prepared. They were more than willing to give away Morph Shaker, and they had a strong idea for it. But the play has me completely questioning how much I favor Alliance. Both how Alliance were playing desperate, because that is not their look, and it's not a good look, and how confident and seamless, and still, I say that's like as close to a perfect game as you could hope for from Liquid.
I think we'll see Alliance go back to their comfort zone in game 2.
Drow
Like-
Rangers.
Sure.
Well, I guess that was first banned. So they
Core
can't.
chance.
But
Chen also banned.
Also banned.
like that game, they should have just first picked Void.
Yeah.
I think that's what they'll be saying. Like, why are we picking this Morphling that we don't really play? And Morph Shaker is a very strong combo, but it's not this insta win. I feel like Alliance with Void, I would give a higher chance of winning a game than Alliance with
Morph Shaker.
Morph Shaker, yeah.
Right.
Nico Baby's Void has been that good.
There's of course a break for the teams to discuss what happened and to go over everything and to get ready for game number 2, and that is what we will do too. Get ready for game number 2, which comes to you after the break.